go ahead and move on now to our 19th consensus ranked QB. And I will do the honors of addressing this one because he's inside of my top 20. He's outside of Jacob's, and that is Jameis Winston, quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. I have him currently as quarterback 17. Jacob has him slightly outside the top 20. Consensus, he falls to us at 19. His current ADP is the 21st quarterback off the board. That is in the 15th round. So basically a dart throw. And that's what we're kind of talking about here, especially with these first few guys. They're guys with high upside that we think you don't really have to waste a pick on, but you can get tremendous upside with. And for me, that's Jameis Winston. Last year, before he went down with the ACL injury, he was on a career pace for 36 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Now, if we know anything about Jameis Winston, he throws interceptions. But I went in, I looked, I wanted to just kind of see what was going on. Again, those were both career highs for him if he was on to stay on that trajectory.
But how many yards was he?
Now that's the thing. He was also on pace for his lower. Yeah, he was also on pace for his lowest yard amount. So there are, I like it. You got to poke the holes where you see them. But in healthy seasons that QB Jameis Winston has played, he's never finished outside the top 20. In 2015, as a rookie, he was the number 13 quarterback. 2016, he was 16th. 2017, he was quarterback 22, but he only played 13 games, so he missed a few due to injury. Or I think they were starting to bench him at that point. In 2018, he also finished as the quarterback 22, but again, he only played in 10 games. And in 2019, that was his last season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He threw a career high 30 interceptions and still finished as the quarterback 3 for fantasy. He gets Michael Thomas and Chris Olave, the rookie, with him now to improve that wide receiving core, not to mention Jarvis Landry. I think there are a lot of options there. And if he builds upon what he was able to do last year, he comes back looking good. He's all systems go for training camp, which means he's on track for week 1. I think the sky's the limit, and he's an absolute steal in the 15th round. Jameis Winston is my guy at the 19th on our rankings. Jacob?
Yeah, so Jameis Winston is interesting because I don't think necessarily that high efficiency, low volume that he was doing last year is going to be the case. Like, I think they might let him rip it a little bit more than last year. But the thing for me is his range of outcomes is is very wide for me. He could either be a bottom 25 quarterback for fantasy, or he could literally be a top 5 quarterback for fantasy. Like, where he could end up it varies for me widely. So I just think I'm a little worried about it. I do not believe Michael Thomas is going to play. I will not believe it until I see it. And I would talk to you about this before. I do not think there's something weird going on there. I do not believe Michael Thomas is going to step foot on the field. I just don't. And when it happens, cool. But so for me, I imagine this offense without Michael Thomas. And Jameis Winston, he could still be successful even without Michael Thomas on the field. And hey, if Michael Thomas doesn't play, wheels up for Chris Olave, right? Where's he going to be drafted and redraft? Probably pretty damn high. And that's a steal for everybody in Dynasty and redraft if they've already drafted. But there's a lot of factors that are unknown for me. So Jameis Winston scares me a little bit.
That's fair. And I'm actually glad you brought up Michael Thomas not playing because I just have some news here. He's on the pup to start training camp. So that's at least 6 weeks that he's not going to be with the team during training camp. Doesn't mean he's out for the start of the regular season. But certainly hampers things. However, I think he was able to do a lot with a little last year. I mean, look at that receiving core last year. He didn't have Jarvis Landry. He didn't have Michael Thomas. And he didn't have Chris.
You know what? Jarvis Landry slipped my mind a little bit. That could be good too. Imagine if Michael Thomas doesn't play, Jarvis Landry is going to be a value in fantasy next year. So,
I mean, the range of outcomes for Jameis is wide. But I think here he demonstrates consistency. That's what I look for in quarterbacks that are veterans. I want to know if they've been able to string it together over the last couple of years. And he's been able to do that when he's played games. And now we have a little bit of a sample size. He's done it when he's been slinging the ball, and he's done it when he's throwing, 15, 18 passes a game. So he's kind of proven that he could do it both ways. So I'm eager to take the chance on him. And again, with 21st QB off the board, he's basically a waiver wire guy at this point. So you're just taking him off the waiver wires after your draft for high upside. And I think you're going to be able to get some QB1 finishes out of Jameis Winston this year, which is why he falls to QB9.